Well, in 2007, at a OSG roundtable, Dave Emery and Steve Hornady told us about their new cartridge, the 6.5 Creedmoor, and we all kind of looked at each other and the 6.5, what?
So the 6.5 Creedmoor, from a technical aspect, it was developed with a whole bunch of purposes in mind. Number one, had to be accurate, paramount. Number two, it had to function all day on the range. So in other words, barrel life, creating heat, consistency, if you will, throughout rounds on a barrel, throughout a match. And then number three, it had to be reloadable in ammunition. We had to be able to mass produce this. And then obviously a few other things.
This cartridge was designed from the ground up to be super accurate and to handle long bullets in the short actions so that you could take advantage of the 6.5's great ballistic capabilities and stay supersonic to way out there with as little recoil as possible.
One of the things that we did was we designed that chamber and made sure if you're a gun guy, don't deviate from this. We know this works. And if you make a gun with that chamber and proper barrel dimensions, but if you do that chamber, this cartridge will shoot in your gun. And people who have economical firearms, and there's nothing wrong with a low-cost firearm, but if you can get a low-cost firearm that shoots as well as a $2,000 rifle, it's like, whoa, all of a sudden, baby, that's a big deal.
But then Dave Emery said, well, he said, we understand the competitive shooting market is very, very small. So he said, you know, you guys probably aren't going to write much about this cartridge, and we don't really expect great popularity out of it, but we're very proud of what it does, and it's already winning some matches out there.
When we first published the box, we put the loading data on the back, what powder, velocity, primer, well, I don't know about primer, but anyway, the powder charge and everything and what we were looking for. Again, you know, back to performance. It wasn't the fastest 6.5 out there. Matter of fact, the 260 Remington probably has got a little bit more velocity and a little bit more capacity, but it doesn't perform as well. And that's part of the problem, is that the guys that made the 260 had an objective that was to sell ammunition and not necessarily to deliver a cartridge to the marketplace that performs better.
Well, I think the 6.5 Creedmoor lends itself to all the other applications it's used in today is because, number one, accuracy was paramount. Barrels, scopes, everything are getting better. You know, technology is getting better, and our ability to aim more precisely is better than it used to be. So therefore, a very, very accurate cartridge shows itself more, and the 6.5 Creedmoor is inherently accurate. So I think that's number one. Number two, anybody can shoot it. No recoil, shoots really good. Buy literally any rifle you want, purchase ammunition, you don't have to reload now, and you can go out and shoot 200, 300, 400 yards extremely effectively. So I think you put those two things together, it just, I'm gonna tell you, it just works. And when something just works and it works easily, people gravitate to that.